my Capricorns. Welcome back, guys. All right, so I did a pre-shuffle on this deck, and we're starting it with posing a question. And what's interesting is we got the Judgment card, and the question that is posed by this is, are we being transparent? So in this case, I mean, the Judgment card is usually about resurrection. It's about bringing things back to life. It's about reconciling. It's when the Archangel Gabriel blows his trumpet, and then the spirits rise. And so we have this element, though, where I think it's an interesting question to ask: is someone being transparent? Because I would associate this with, are they being transparent with what their spirit really wants? With if they want a revival of something, if they want a do-over, are they really admitting it? So this could be a question that is being posed for our lead character, whomever that character is. But it's to have to ask that question means there's a hint that someone is, well, I'm done with this, but they think about it all the time. Or I'm done with this, but they're watching you all the time. Oh, I'm not talking to you, but all I do is watch your social media. If we're really done with something, we don't look people up. We don't look at exes. They're not on our radar. We're not holding on. So there's an element where there may be something that is unfinished. 7 of fire, that's like 7 of wands. Oh, something's not finished because there's a struggle still here. So somebody is either not over the Capricorn and they're not admitting it to themselves, or someone is being very defensive against the Capricorn. We've got these little ghoulish creatures, kind of like lizard monsters, that are all over the place blocking this fairy. And I just feel like now we got the 9 of fire. It's like the 9 of wands, and this is a wounded card, and this is somebody who feels like there's things watching them in the woods, and they're still, somebody is still hurt, somebody is still wounded, somebody is still defensive, somebody feels like if they are trying to say that I'm over this, I just don't think that that's true. I think it's just hurt speaking right now. Queen of Earth. I mean, this could be the Capricorn who is, saying, no, I'm done with this. But it's like, are they really being transparent? Are they sure? Or are they speaking from a place of hurt where it's like, there's no way this is going to work. I have to let this go. When really it's like, okay, but let's go ahead and entertain the question of, is that 100% true? Because the Queen of Earth would also be Capricorn energy. And this is like, where do we really want to give our time, our energy, and our attention? Now, the storyline could certainly be that someone is feeling this way just about the Capricorn. They see the Capricorn totally untouched, totally calm. But is this a facade? Now, I don't know yet who our lead character is. So that's why I'm like, well, either someone may not be being very transparent about what they authentically want because they're hurt, and they're doubly hurt that it looks like Capricorn is just fine, tending their garden, living their life. They got bunny rabbits multiplying in the background here. That could represent that they even assume that the Capricorn has, love interests. Bunnies represent fertility, also good luck. But we've got someone who's hurting, and we have a complete opposite energy of someone who's over here. It looks like their world is awesome. They're rocking it, Ooh, and here we have the Capricorn along with the Temperance, along with the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. I got to say that right now, my interpretation of this is, because this is Capricorn's own card, I'm actually not interpreting this as devil energy, but rather as Capricorn standing in their personal strength, and they're able to see the things that are imbalanced, but they themselves are in a state of harmony, and they are certain about the fact that their life is going great. So it is someone else who's looking at the Capricorn who is not being truthful. They're acting like they don't want a do-over when that's all they think about. Look at both of these cards are very troubled. Both of these cards are somebody who is stressing to the max, somebody who is like, they're wounded, they're hurt, they're not being honest. Tell me, why are they so wounded and hurt? I mean, they're They're also almost like worried that something is coming for them. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Ooh, are they trying to act like, no, you didn't leave me, I'm fine? Is that one of the things that's going on here? Or is it that they're saying, I walked away and you don't even care? Was this a little bit of a, like a bluff or a flex or a mind game? There was an ending for sure. But it's like, we ended and you don't seem to be bothered. You seem fine without me. So it's bothering this person. We've got a 6 of Wands in the reverse, a 5 of Swords in the reverse, and a King of Wands. Yeah, because we might have a Leo, Aries, or Sag here. They are still on fire. They still have a huge heart that is filled with thoughts of the Capricorn. They are not feeling abundant right now. What's interesting, though, is it's like they have all this love that now they want to give. They don't want to block that, but they're not feeling confident enough to come forward. So instead, they're sitting here going, and it's eating them up that you seem so fine, that the Capricorn is so fine, and the Capricorn has moved on. Why was there an ending? Why was there an ending? High Priestess, Princess of Swords. I mean, an ending may have happened because things weren't really said. Someone didn't express themselves. This could also have been, and forgive me for putting this out there, but again, these are fictional stories about fictional people. So please bear that in mind. This is not anything to say, oh, is that what my person did? No, no, no. This is not about you. I am not a psychic, so I don't tell you anything real about your situation. So, but I'm going to go ahead and say it because this comes up, because this can be secrets of somebody who was keeping an eye on someone else, or still even like, sometimes people will keep an eye on their ex or something, and then the new person, it's like, wait, so you're keeping tabs on your ex? Well, then go be with them. Peace out. I'm gone. It's almost like if Capricorn said, oh, peace out, I'm not interested. I don't really think that, if you're not telling me everything, or if there's still something that you're looking at someone else, then I don't think I'm interested. And it's okay. I'm good. I'm bouncing. And it's like, if Capricorn walked out because somebody was not like 100%, the thing is, I don't get the idea on this at all. Like, these are not cards of love. These are not cards of interest. This is more card of like curiosity and trying to figure something out, trying to learn something. So there could have been a misinterpretation of what something meant. I'm just trying to be fair about this, because these cards are not, they're not speaking of someone who was like trying to exchange flirty messages with another, but still, and that's just one side note, that maybe that was a situation here. I asked, why is this situation over? At minimum, let's put it in a totally different context. This could have simply been that Capricorn either didn't really know how this person felt about him because they never said it. Instead, this person like watched from a distance, had lots of stuff that maybe they were trying to figure out how to say, but this Princess of Swords is actually just a page. So instead of, if we went from a Page of Swords and then we graduated to a Knight of Swords, that would have been someone who comes forward and rapidly says what's on their mind. But this is where somebody is still kind of tongue-tied and watches from the silence. So it's almost like maybe they never got the words out that they really cared about Capricorn. Not enough for Capricorn to know it. So Capricorn was just like, oh, whatevs, this isn't really going anywhere. They didn't really ask me out, or we aren't really in a connection. Maybe we went out once, and then, I don't know, they didn't seem that interested. So I'm good. Capricorn really seems unruffled. That's all I can say. Totally unruffled, totally making their life good, knowing that there's tons of different people out there to mesh with, to have as potential mates. Capricorn's possibly also having like a good time right now, just kind of living life and feeling good about where they're at. But this person, no, they're very focused. Are they going to take any action? I mean, if they're sitting here being focused and they're all stressed out, specifically because Capricorn is not stressed out. It's like, man, I don't even matter. We got a Judgment in the reverse. So this person keeps coming up with some Scorpio energy, but they also keep coming up. I'm asking about action. They don't seem to be taking any action. Got a lot of water energy here too, right? Scorpio twice, and then the High Priestess, we got Cancerian. 4 of Swords in the reverse. I feel like they don't know how to communicate. I feel like they're just hoping that they kind of heal from this, but then they're so hooked on this. They want a do-over, but they're so bothered that Capricorn doesn't seem to be hurting or sad that they're just saying, well, I can't come forward. So what's the point of this story? You know, I don't quite understand. What is the point of this story? We'll ask how Capricorn feels about them, if anything. Ace of Pentacles. The point of this story is to create new beginnings in our life when we're dissatisfied about something is important, right? Because that's how we can avoid having regret all the time. This is a situation where I just feel like if this is about how to have new beginnings, man, the Capricorn is just kind of like almost waiting on them. Like, well, I don't know. It's not my duty to take action on this one. I got to just let it be what it's going to be. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. I don't know. Capricorn's life is busy doing other, they're busy doing other things. And it's almost like, well, if that person is going to be stuck, then they probably aren't a part of my world anyway. So, if they're not moving toward me, if the initial issue is that they didn't really tell me how they felt, or if I kind of thought they might still be interested in somebody else and then they didn't do anything to set that record straight, or maybe make me believe otherwise, or explain something, or they just never told me how they felt, then how I feel about them is like, this isn't going anywhere. This is just dead in the water. It's just stagnant. So when I think of them, if I think of them at all, it's mostly like, oh yeah, that's that person where I never quite figured out what happened there. So Capricorn just kind of like rolled along like, hey, I'm moving on. And that may be the other message here for the Ace of Pentacles, like if one thing doesn't work, you keep moving, you keep trucking, because life is happening. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, Tower in the reverse. It's nothing fell apart if it never got off the ground. But I feel like that's more the message for this partner. If someone didn't put effort in, then they can't say that everything fell apart, because they never put in enough effort to have built anything to have it fall apart. So again, the question was, what is the reason for this story? And it's like, well, to change the way we do things so that we can, I mean, it sounds weird, but like have a new beginning so that we build something that then if we lost it, we would say, oh, wow, now that fell apart, but it's like, build something of substance, start fresh. If this person wants the Capricorn, they need to come in and start fresh, because them not putting in effort is not going to yield any results. And then again, what did they lose? They lost nothing, because they never really put the effort in, but in their head, they wanted to. So now they sit in regret of what never was. So it's a thing that didn't get built, is a thing that this person is regretting, but they could have a do-over if they would take action. Meanwhile, the Capricorn is like, yeah, I don't put my energy into things that aren't going anywhere. I just move on and I keep having abundance, and I keep, growing stuff in my life. And I, Capricorn might be dating multiple people right now, or interested in dating multiple people, totally feeling like, hey, of course I'm going to do that. Justice. If someone's not there for me, then I'm a free agent. And, it's not right that someone who's interested in me doesn't show up for me. So I just keep moving on. I feel like Capricorn's just kind of like, next. Life is short. I'm here to engage with different people. If someone's not going to reciprocate, I'm not going to get all hung up. This is kind of amazing, honestly, because Capricorn is like, yeah, I'm not going to sit around and stress over this. Why would I? Someone who didn't come forward for whatever their reasons are, if they don't have the courage or the desire to come toward me and be 100% invested with me, then I'm not missing out on anything, right? I'm not missing out on, like, let's put it this way. If we went into a restaurant and we were going to order a sandwich, we expect to get the sandwich, right? But if we went into a hardware store, and we try to place an order for a sandwich, we can't be like, oh man, I didn't get my sandwich. I went to the place to buy it. And they go, well, did you go to the restaurant? No, I went to this hardware store. Well, why? Well, because they sell stuff there. Yeah, but they don't sell sandwiches there. It's like, that's the light bulb. Like, we can't be sad about what we didn't get when we didn't even go to the right place. We didn't even take the right actions. And that's the thing, like the Capricorn already knows this. It's like, that's simple for me to see it that way. I don't worry about it. I'm not going to stand at a hardware store and expect to get a sandwich. This person didn't show up for me. So what am I doing grumping about it? Wasn't the right fit. So I just feel like Capricorns are really like smooth. They are just cool. They are smooth. They are well put together. Hang on. Let's get one more here. What's our final message on this? Is it just it turned out to be kind of a short and sweet one, but this person, I don't know what's going to happen on their side. That's why I want just one more message. They got a Six of Pentacles that came out sideways. This person is evaluating, okay, what does giving and receiving look like? Why are they, I know I said one more and I got to go one more after one more. And by that, I meant two. Queen of Swords in the reverse, the Moon in the reverse. My question mark about this person is like, if they're still trying to figure out what does it mean to give in a connection. I don't know if this person, if maybe they had a situation in their life before where no matter what they gave, it was never received well. This can be a Queen of Swords in the reverse is not very nice. They're not receptive. They're not loving. And if this person is starting to understand, like maybe they're inhibited, maybe they don't know how to give affection or attention properly, and they don't really know what equal give and take feels like because this is what they experienced in the past. Possibly like something about a mother figure that was ice cold or wasn't very supportive, wasn't very reciprocal, wasn't very loving. If they're just now identifying like that's what was patterned to me, that's all I know. Or if in past relationships, I'm realizing that I still expect someone to either cut me down or not be polite to me or not be kind to me or even be downright nasty to me. So I'm always afraid to give because it really hurts to try to give and then be cut down. This could be that this character is only just now starting to look at like, okay, wait a second. I'm bummed out that Capricorn seems to just have moved on, but if it's because I didn't give to this and I'm thinking I missed a great person, okay, what do I need to look at? Why did I miss out on a great person? Where did my hesitation come from? Or it's like this person is starting to look at their own behavior a little bit, which seems like a really good thing because the question mark is like, how do I give? Why didn't I give to the Capricorn when I wanted to? What made me clam up? What made me hold my tongue? What made me not tell the Capricorn that I cared? Because maybe that's something I got to work on. And where did that come from in me? So they're kind of evaluating this. In fact, this is a big revelation with the Moon card in the reverse, Piscean energy. Again, an awful lot of, it feels like lots of emotions. I mean, granted, we had Libra here too. We had Pisces, we had Cancer, we had Sag, we had obviously Capricorn. We had more Pisces, we had Scorpio, little bit of everything here, right? Aries was here too. So a little bit of everything on the zodiacs, but more than anything, I think this is just a time period where this person is having to really look at why they're bummed out over a loss, but more importantly, why didn't they come forward to give? And I mean, it doesn't look like the Capricorn is in any position of like feeling uncomfortable about what has happened. The Capricorn is good. They're moving on. I mean, come on, they're really satisfied right now. There's a lot of other options, opportunities on the horizon for other lovers. There's no real stress over this, but they must think of this person from time to time, only because remember we saw the Hanged Man for them, and then we saw that Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. It's like they must still wonder, even though they're not bothered by it per se, but they just wonder, like, what happened with that? Like, why did that go nowhere? I wonder what happened with that, because I thought that that person was interested, but we never got it off the ground. And I don't really know. It's still like a head scratcher for me. That's what it seems like for the Capricorn. But again, if this whole lesson was about, how to move on, how to, if that's what this person needed to figure out is, wow, what do I need to change so I can have the things that I want in life? And I feel like Capricorn is a great representation of like how to keep moving forward, because they put that mentality into action. What's not mine to figure out means it's somebody else's to figure out. So when they figure it out, then if they want to come toward me, maybe we can talk then. But until then, I'm not getting bogged down by this. That's kind of what I see in this story. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for patience. Thank you for kindness. Thank you for your awesome comments and messages. I absolutely adore you guys. Have a beautiful evening, and I send you lots of love. Bye.